Hello everyone, welcome back to Let's Play The Outer Worlds, where last time we... Oh boy, where do I even begin? Last episode was one hell of an episode. We got the chemicals that we needed, so that's the good thing. And it's really the only good thing that happened in the last episode, because in getting the chemicals, we killed a few guards and, well, basically became a wanted man on Byzantium very quickly, and which triggered all the guards on Byzantium to attack me on sight, which means that we slaughtered basically the entire force on Byzantium to get out, and also killed a couple of civilians, including the gun shop owner, which really is the biggest loss that we could have had. Maybe not the biggest loss we could have had, but a big loss nonetheless. Not good, in other words. It was not a good time on Byzantium for Bruce or anybody else involved. It started off well, but then we had to do espionage, and, well, Bruce is not the most subtle of individuals.
I believe your choice. You have a message from Adjutant Sophia Akande.
No one ever looks quite the same in person as they do in my reports.
Ah.
And my reports of you have been exceptionally thorough. You've had quite a career.
Oh, well, this is about the Byzantium massacre. I'm just getting started. Should we go? Let's just skip the pleasantries.
You have something I want. I'd like to negotiate.
Ooh, too soon, Bruce. You people need better security. How did you find my ship?
There's exactly one vessel in all of Byzantium that looks like it dropped out of an Aetherwave drama. Phineas Wells is wanted by the board. I want to convince you to turn him in to us.
I mean, I'm not wanted by the board? Wanted for what, exactly? I don't think we really know.
He has a litany of charges against him. Vandalism, illegal experimentation, sedition. I could go on. Wells is a dangerous madman. His plan is going to endanger everyone in Halcyon. He's an obsessive psychopath. And he's using you. You're in contact with Wells. I want you to send us a tracing signal from his communication terminal.
You want me to sell him out?
Wells was our mistake. We failed to apprehend him for years. I'm asking you to help me correct that mistake. I'm sending you my access code. Contact me from Wells's terminal. When you're done, come speak to me in my office.
Adjutant Akande's call has been terminated. Will there be anything else, Captain?
Let's get out of here before they send like a gunship after me or something. Okay, let's get out of the system because I feel like that's the smart thing to do at the moment.
We have successfully arrived at Phineas's orbital lab, Captain, and we are still in one piece. Shall I congratulate myself, or would you like to do the honors? Welcome back, Captain.
I'll congratulate you.
How can I be of assistance?
That's all.
See you soon, Captain.
Okay.
If you don't mind my saying, Captain, Minister Clark is lucky to have you on his side.
Well, thank you, Ada. That's very kind of you. Let's go up here. Anything new up here? Anything new at all? We didn't get anything from Byzantium? No souvenirs? Aw. You have anything to say, Sam?
Scanning for C2547. Grade rated contaminants.
Nope, okay. Nobody in there. Nobody there. Max, got anything new?
If I still believed in the grand plan, a revelation like this would have seriously shaken my faith.
Ah, yes, the food
Knowing
shortage.
you, I can only assume you have already begun formulating a plan to deal with this. So tell me, what are we going to do?
We'll have to dig more into the issue and sort it all out. I fail to see how it's our problem. I don't know, but someone's going to die, and it won't be us. We'll have to dig more.
Yes, of course. And when you do, you can count on me to back your play. Your instincts haven't failed us so far. Anything you'd like to discuss?
Nope.
We gotta talk about this.
Ellie?
Something on your mind?
No. Felix?
If we wanted the board's attention, we got options. Piracy, vandalism, maybe some light arson. We want to put some fear in the board, right? Get them scared of us.
I think they're scared of us. Yeah, the board's got plenty of reason to fear us.
I want to believe you, but the adjutant didn't seem too scared of us. You just got an audience with Sophia Conde. That's the adjutant to the chairman? You sure we should be trusting her?
Well, we're not. Probably not.
If you think she's using us, why'd you give her the time of day?
If I ever have to kill her, I want her to recognize my face. Got a plan, Felix. Trust me on this one.
You got some secret plan to double-cross the board? I knew it! Sorry, probably shouldn't have said that out loud. I know we're freelancers and all. We take work where we can find it. But we gotta be vigilant, you know? This is how the board gets you. A job here, an errand there. Before you know it, you're calling him sir and ma'am.
I wouldn't mind an occasional yes sir out of you. I know what I'm doing, Felix.
Just trying to watch out for you, boss. I appreciate your time. Let's get back to it.
Good. I like your jacket. It's a nice jacket.
Hey, Cap.
Hey. Farewell. Okay. Head on down. Just got Parvati to talk to now. Where is she? Is she in here? There she is. Don't bite the sun.
I swear, next time we put in the groundbreaker, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna ask her over.
Good.
Oh, I'm so nervous. Having trouble focusing on my work.
Break time's over. Alright. We're ready. Let's go talk to Phineas. Drop a save. Let's head on out. We'll take Nyoka and Max. I don't suspect we'll run into any dangers here, but take them with me nonetheless. Phineas, I kind of committed mass murder. Is Dr. Eve in here anywhere? No, maybe she hasn't arrived yet. I hope we do see her. Hey, buddy.
I've kept myself busy in your absence, optimized my formula. I'm now confident I can revive the remaining colonists. All I need now is the dimethyl sulfoxide. I'll take as much as you can give me.
Forget about the chemicals for a second. The colony's on verge of collapse.
What? Oh, yes, well, that's obvious. Anyone with 2 working labs can see this colony's slouching toward oblivion. Why do you think we've been doing all this? I revived you to help me save Halcyon from annihilation.
It gets worse. The chairman's planning on freezing every worker in Halcyon.
Hold on. Let me see if I understand this correctly. You're saying that Halcyon's on the brink of total collapse? And the chairman's plan to save all of us is to save himself? I always knew Halcyon was heading toward a systems collapse, but I never imagined we were already there. The board made this crisis, and now they want to solve it by freezing the rest of us? That's not a plan. That's a goddamn escape clause. That makes two things we don't have. Time and chemicals to revive the other settlers. None of this was supposed to happen. I was supposed to revive the Hope's colonists. We were supposed to have enough time to solve the problem before we all starved.
Well, good news is I found your chemicals in the Ministry. The board was testing them on human subjects.
Human test subjects? Oh, that's grotesque. That's unthinkable. That's exactly what I'd expect out of the board.
I had to let the test subjects die, but I brought back all the chemicals they had.
Thank you. You've brought me enough chemicals to get started, at least. I'm just sorry they came at the cost of human lives.
Me too, buddy.
Those poor people, they must have died in agony. What exactly was the board trying to accomplish?
The board's trying to mitigate damage to human tissue during the revival process.
You say the board's trying to freeze their subjects over and over again without inflicting permanent damage? Well, they're nowhere close to solving that problem. I'll tell you this much. The board scientists are hopelessly lost. After years of fruitless experimentation, they've made exactly zero progress.
Yeah, that's what their records kind of say. What makes you say that?
I used to work for these people. I'm intimately familiar with the utter incompetence of the board's own scientists. We're out of time. We're out of chemicals. We may very well be out of options. If the board has their way, we're all going to be spending the rest of our lives frozen in stasis. Do you realize what this means for the Hope? For your fellow colonists? The board's going to kill them all. Toss them out into space. Just to make room in their hibernation chambers.
I hadn't even thought of that. That's not good. We need to think about this. There has to be something we can do, so that's it. We just give up? All that trouble I went through for nothing? No, we need to think about this.
Short of lining up every member of the board and shooting them in the back of the head.
Well, I know what to do.
Do you know what's waiting for us on the Hope? Scientists, engineers, artists. The brightest minds Earth ever sent us, uncorrupted by the board.
Hey, like me.
The board's going to dispose of them all and transform the Hope into a prison for the rest of us. They're likely on their way to the Hope as we speak. We need to get to those colonists before the board. I have enough chemicals to start reviving a few of them, but no easy way to get them off the Hope.
There's a way. It's not exactly safe, but we could skip the Hope into the system.
Merciful gibbering law! You're a genius!
I know.
We bring the Hope to us. Skip the entire ship across the distance of colony space, right next to my lab.
The Hope's probably damaged, though. We'll have to route power from the Unreliable.
Yes, exactly. You're a step ahead of me, but I perceive the shape of your plan. If we link up the Hope to the Unreliable, then use your navigational computer to calculate a reasonably safe vector, we can skip the entire colony ship into the rings of Terra 2.
And that's going to work, without killing us in the process. I thought intra-system microjumps were prohibited for a reason.
Yes, there's always a risk of a catastrophic collision between the Hope and, say, Terra 2, in theory. But you'll be fine, provided your calculations are correct. You'll need to switch on the Hope's auxiliary power using the Unreliable. Then head to the bridge. Your navigational computer, Ada, should be able to activate the Hope skip drive. Once you've skipped the Hope next to my lab, I'll have easy access to the frozen colonists. I can start reviving them immediately.
Wait, I've got questions.
Certainly. How can I help?
Should I expect any resistance?
It wouldn't surprise me. When I pulled you out of the Hope, the board nearly intercepted me. I expect they stepped up security since my little act of larceny.
Just so we're clear, you know skip drives aren't supposed to be used like this. Oh, wrong button.
Drives were never designed to be used within a system, but I skipped my ship across Halcyon when I rescued you, and that turned out fine, mostly. That is, I ruined my ship and nearly killed myself in the process, but the maneuver was well within acceptable margins of risk. You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
Thanks, Phineas. People aren't going to notice a gigantic colony ship slamming into the rings of Terra 2?
Unlikely. The Hope is as massive as the Groundbreaker, but compared to the rings of Terra 2, positively minuscule. The board might notice, possibly, depending on the position of their heads relative to the depth of their collective posteriors.
Alright, no more questions. I'm ready.
I know you're wondering why I'm doing all this. Why I believe the people on the Hope are the answer to the colony's problems.
A little bit.
The Hope is carrying some of humanity's most brilliant thinkers, scientists, engineers, experts in their field. If we work together, we can still find a way to save Halcyon. The board would have us believe Halcyon is beyond saving. I choose to believe otherwise. If there's even the slightest chance we can save Halcyon from oblivion, then we have to take it.
By the way, the adjutant asked me to plant a tracking signal in your lab. I'm not going to do it, though.
You absolutely should.
What? I can't tell if you're being sarcastic.
Sarcasm, the last refuge of the witless. The adjutant must have sent you some kind of tracking code. If you don't use the code, she'll suspect you betrayed her. I think you should use the code and send a corrupted tracking signal. That should buy me some time.
You sure you're okay with this?
The enemy is bound to discover my hideout sooner or later. I'm prepared for that eventuality. This is just my way of buying myself a little time. Use my communications terminal to corrupt the tracking signal. While the board busies themselves trying to decipher it, I'll have plenty of time to prepare my defenses.
Okay. Let's talk about the Hope.
Certainly. How can I help?
That's all for now. Okay. By the way, I told a corporate scientist to come help you out. She's not here yet, though. Hopefully she will arrive at some point. Where am I going with this? This place, right? Send corrupted tracking signal. Installing surveillance tracking signal and relay. Running cacophony protocol. Replicating artificial interference. Modifying signal noise ratio. Establishing connection. Error. Signal status weak. Board surveillance protocol failed. Signal fidelity has been compromised. This terminal will attempt to establish a new connection once every cycle.
That should do it. You've bought me more than enough time.
Awesome. Well, damn, I was really hoping to see Eve here. I don't see her anywhere over here. Unless she's over here? I don't know why she'd be back here. Nope, okay. Alright, back to the ship. So we have our next quest. Oh, we got two quests here. Return to Ada. Yeah, we'll do that. Things are really heating up. I'm really enjoying where the main quest is headed right now. They've really upped the stakes with the knowledge that the colony's running out of food.
Captain, you have a message from Adjutant Sophia Akande.
I'm impressed, Captain. I almost expected you wouldn't go through with it. Unfortunately, Dr. Wells found a way to corrupt the signal before we could pinpoint his location. Still, it's only a matter of time before we find him. Come visit me in Byzantium. We need to have a talk about the future of this colony.
I'm not so sure that's a good idea. How do I know this isn't a trap?
Because I'm not in the business of arresting my own allies. You have my word.
Doesn't do much for me.
Meet me in my office. I've authorized your ship at my personal landing pad.
Oh, that's good.
Adjutant Akande has ended her call. Rather rudely, if I might say. considering she didn't sign off. Will there be anything else, Captain?
Let's go. Alright. So looking at our quests here, we've got 2 main quests now, plus the DLCs. Weapons from the Void. We still have to find this on the Groundbreaker. That should be at Gladys's shop. We also have Don't Bite the Sun at Groundbreaker. Parvati has asked you to dock at the Groundbreaker so she can invite Jun Lee. This is on Fallbrook, right? Yeah. And we gotta get some outfits. That's gonna be a tough quest to finish, because I don't know if she'd even talk to me. Oh, we gotta talk to Hagen. So we got 3 things on the Groundbreaker to do. So let's go to the Groundbreaker, finish up those quests.
Sending a corrupted tracking signal to the board was quite clever, if I might say, Captain.
Well, thank you, Ada. Wasn't my idea, but thank you, nonetheless. Groundbreaker.
Destination reached. The Groundbreaker.
Okay.
I think I'll initiate an unscheduled rest cycle while you're out.
You deserve it. Let's bring Parvati. And Felix. Sure. I think Felix looks pretty cool with that outfit. I mean, the helmet's a little bit bulky, but the color scheme looks really nice.
Hey, boss, I want to talk to you.
What's up, man?
You know, they're gonna make a serial about our adventures one day. I've been trying to think of a good title for this episode. I like the sound of The Skip Job. No, wait, I got it. Hope in Dark Times. Get it? Hope? Like the ship.
Yeah, I got it.
That's what folks in the business call wordplay.
Not bad. Our adventure serial is gonna need a name too.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that. Got a list right here. Thrilling Tales of the Unreliable. Or maybe Spine-Chilling Stories from the Edge of the System. Was also considering Astounding Adventures in the Ether. I'm partial to that last one.
I prefer The Adventures of Bruce and Company. Squeeze the bridge of your nose, Felix. How about this one? Felix's adventures in shutting up and doing as he's told. I'm glad you're having fun, but we've got a job to do. I prefer The Adventures of Bruce and Company.
Not bad. Got a nice ring to it. Stealing the hope from the board, skipping it across the whole damn system. This is gonna be great. I can't wait.
It is pretty awesome, huh? I like your attitude, Felix. Unless we all die horribly.
Come on, boss. We're not gonna die horribly. It'd kill our ratings.
That's true.
I'm sure you've got plans to make. As for me, I gotta keep practicing my signature dropkick. The Hope might have cameras.
I like Felix. Although, you know, I mean, if we died horribly, I bet our ratings would actually be pretty good for that episode. People love tragedy. Okay, so where are we going? Lilia Hagen and Gladys. So we'll start with Gladys, who is in here, right? Yeah, she's over here. Oh, we got bored people there.
It's almost time for today's episode of The Chairman's Children. Care to listen with me?
Let's see what you got.
I found a handsome...
Okay, so she doesn't have anything that I can see. I mean, that's not a science weapon, is it? I don't think so. I'll take it. Why not? Alright. Steel mock apple. It's a beauty basket. Is it in your safe?
I think I heard something.
What do you think you're doing?
Well, whatever I want.
Go on, before I change my mind.
Okay, so I'm guessing I can't get in there. I don't want Groundbreaker to hate me, so I'm not going to try. I don't know what we'll do about that quest then.
CNP Barf Pocket.
Let's go ahead, head up here. I wonder if Edgewater and Stellar Bay are gonna hate us now. Hey, Lydia.
Is it done?
I spoke to Chartran. I'm not going to kill her.
Well, damn. Contractor grew a conscience. As your employer, I'm both angry and disappointed. I'll add that to your file.
Thanks.
Technically, I owe you an exit interview. Care to justify your betrayal of our species, or are we finished here?
You misunderstood Chartran's research. She's our best shot at survival in Halcyon. You're crazy, Lilia. I'm not killing someone to feed your paranoia. Do I at least get a letter of a referral? You're crazy.
Seeing as you're the first one to complain about my paranoia, have you ever considered that you might be the problem?
Nope.
Out of my office. We're done.
The thanks we get for showing a little integrity.
You think maybe she's got an itchy trigger finger? I don't want to find out.
Yeah. Up. Another level up. Our Intimidate is now at 140. We are very intimidating. We're almost level 30. I'm wondering when we should do the DLC. So I did a little research just so I didn't miss anything. I wanted to know if you could play the game after.
C&P Chicken and Potatoes. At C&P, we know our
Damn ads. I wanted to know if you could play the game after you beat the main story, and I don't think you can. So we do need to do it before we finish the main story of the base game. And I kind of feel like we should do it
Rizzo's Purple Berry
before things get too too hectic, right? Like, I don't know if we'll have another pause, and I don't even know if we have much time left in this story. I found out that there is a point of no return, but the game lets you know well ahead of time, or lets you know when it is the point of no return, and so you can go and do other things. But maybe we should do it now. Although it feels like he kind of made it seem like the Halcyon was or not Halcyon, that the Hope was going to be, what am I trying to say? That we need to get to the Hope as soon as possible, sort of thing. But right now, oh, we don't want to do this one. We're gonna have a little fun with Parvati.
All right, she's on her way. How do I look?
The same as always. You look terrific.
Oh, my hands have finally stopped shaking. All right. Deep breath. Here I go.
Okay. Gave him some privacy. Do we go talk to her now? Or are they up there having a good time and I'm gonna come in and be a good wingman?
Anyhow, so I told him, Dad, I'm a big girl now. I ain't need your help. I can do it on my lonesome.
What did he say to that?
Have at it then. And he handed me his favorite wrench, the one he used for the canner. He's probably half as tall as I was.
He didn't scold you for talking back to him?
Nah, he was never like that. I always thought it was funny when I get indignant about something. Then he'd watch me do whatever it was, make sure I didn't get hurt, but he'd never interfere. I learned a lot that way.
I wish I could have met him. Anyone who helped shape you must have been a special person.
Seem to be having a great time. You should leave the ship and let them enjoy their date together. Yeah, not gonna interfere. Looking good, Parvati. Although it looks like Junli did not clean up at all. Shame on her. Alright. I guess we'll leave the ship. Go back to the Groundbreaker. Obviously we'll leave Parvati out. Felix and Nyoka. We're just gonna step out. I guess we're just gonna pretend our characters hung out like at the bar on Groundbreaker for a little bit, and then we come back. Right? We can go back now. Yeah. Yeah, our characters went down to the bar, had a few drinks. You know what, we could, Naoka.
You know, I'd been assuming this entire stay on your ship thing isn't a permanent arrangement. Part of my contract? That said, you ain't been eaten or shot to death yet. Says a lot about the stability of your future. And to be honest, I'm about sick of sleeping on bar stools. So how's about this? You keep letting me stay on that ship of yours, and I'll keep shooting at the things you point at.
Sounds good to me.
Outstanding. What's up?
Hunting stories.
I took a job once to clear out a rap nest. Partnered up with a fellow out of Fallbrook who called himself Dirty Don. Bit on the shorter side. Had a penchant for cards. Thing is, he introduces himself and the man is immaculate. Clean. He had a flowery presence to him. A pleasantness that didn't invade your space. He was just there and you were glad for it.
So why was he called Dirty Don?
When we set out to hunt down the Raptidons, I found out firsthand where his nickname came from. Dirty Don killed those Raptidons with his bare hands.
Jeez.
His bare fucking hands, Captain. He was a whirlwind of grotesque primal fury. In the end, he stood drenched in blood over the entrails of a dozen raps. If he had a scratch on him, I wouldn't have been able to tell. It was glorious.
Damn, I'd have loved to have been there. What happened to him? Still out there tearing up the wildlife?
Day came when he tried to take on a mannequin.
Uh-oh.
Got himself eaten one limb at a time. Wonder if he tasted like soap. Oh well, live and learn. No matter how tough you are, if you're gonna fight something bigger than you, bring a firearm.
Alright, yeah, so we shared some war stories, or hunting stories, with Naoka. Had some drinks with Felix. Let's go back to the ship. And see how the date went. It looked like it was going well. Hey, Parvati.
Okay, Captain, she's gone.
I want all the details. Yeah.
I feel like running laps around the cargo bay. So she got here, and after a few minutes she said, "Hey, do you have some new parts?" And I was like, "Nah, I used a new soap." And then she just sort of touched my arm real gentle-like and called the cut of my outfit elegant. I couldn't hear the rest on account of my heart was beating so hard. Then I led her into the kitchen. I think she about cried when she saw the spread.
So you laid out the meal, brought June in, and started the music? I know, I was there. I figured you'd do this someplace more romantic, like the engine room. No, I don't want to... I don't want to touch her confidence. You laid out the meal, brought June in, and started the music.
She stood stock still and just said, "Oh, real soft." Oh, and let me tell you, I was sweating. And then she blinked and said, "Is that dustback casserole?" I told her how we got Mr. Raymond to bake it for us, so it was double authentic. Made by a real live monarchian? Monarchist? Monarch person.
Monarch person, I like it. I wasn't sure about that guy. I'm glad the end result was good.
Sure was. Near best thing to homemade, Junlei said. When I brung out the sweetheart cakes, June, she got a little teary. Said she had a thing she needed to say. But I stopped her because I wanted to say it first. I never felt so bold, Captain.
And?
I told her about how she made me feel. Bold like I acted. Strong. Smarter and kinder than I am on my lonesome. I listed all the things I liked about her. And then she pulled out a paper and read a speech. She talked about the things she admired about me, like my cleverness and my humor, and how it made her want to be more open.
What happened next? Don't keep me in suspense.
Anyhow, when she wrapped up, I asked her to be my girlfriend. And Captain, she said yes!
What about disinterest in physical affection.
We talked about it some. I told her I wasn't sure how it'd work, how I've had a bad time of it in the past. She said we'll take it as it comes. Fix things together. Share meals, talk. Maybe she could rub my shoulders when they're sore. I said I might like that.
That was very sweet. Congratulations, Parvati.
It's all on your account, you know. Imagine if you'd never taken me out of Edgewater. I'd have never met Junlei at all. I don't know nothing about the Vickers capital P plan, but you've sure changed my life. So, if you don't mind, I'm just gonna head to my cabin and happy scream into my pillow for like an hour.
That was real sweet. I'm happy for her. Really am. As for Bruce's romantic life, I am beginning to suspect that there is no romance in the game for the main character. Which is very sad for Bruce. He's gonna be so lonely. Okay, so now... what do we got? Weapons from the Void. I don't know how we're going to complete that. We can go do the Low Crusade for Ellie. And then we got the 2 main quests. And we got this to do as well. We still need... Spacer's suit. Or Spacer's choice armor. Let's go see if we can find it here on the Groundbreaker. Real quick. Do a little bit of shopping. Hopefully we don't have to, like, kill a guard to get it. That'd be bad. And what was the other thing we need? Marauder armor. Which that shouldn't be too difficult to find. So they kill some marauders. Where are the shops? They're all in here, right? Gotta listen to the ad. Maybe this guy has Spacer's armor.
Is it just me, or is Groundbreaker feeling extra chilly? Maybe you ought to help yourself to a piping hot frozen dinner.
Maybe.
Oh, it's Martin. Hey, Martin. Still wearing the hat?
How observant. I'm authorized to state that this uniform is more than headgear. It's a state of mind, and our customers know the difference.
So we have...
have a look.
Armor. What is the Spacer's Choice armor? Don't actually know. Mechanic overalls. Let's buy that for Parvati. Get her out of that. Wait, no, she's in Iconoclast armor. Never mind. Yeah, I don't actually know how to find the Spacer armor.
If you're here for this...
Straight.
I've got a lovely...
You don't have anything. Okay. I don't know. Maybe Edgewater? Right, Edgewater has another... Although they said Groundbreaker, so I don't know. I mean, we're not looking for... I think we're looking for, like, their armor. I don't know. We'll have to... Maybe I'll look that up between episodes. Where to get that armor, because I don't think we've ever really found their armor, have we? Or I never noticed it, if we did. Alright, so I think we're going to go to Fallbrook and continue with Ellie's quest. Maybe kill some marauders and get some marauder armor while we're out there. Alright, to Monarch. Fallbrook. Alright, see the Hope way out there now.
We're now in orbit above Fallbrook, Captain.
I think I'm going to do the DLC after we do the Hope mission. I like Felix. I'm going to bring Felix more often. Yeah, I think we're going to do the DLC after Hope. I think after we get done with Ellie's quest, we'll go talk to the adjutant, whatever their name is. What was their name? Adjutant. I don't know. I don't remember. But we'll go talk to her, do the long distance quest, see what that's all about. What are we doing here? The Low Crusade. Oh yeah, I forgot how cool Fallbrook is. I really like this place. This might be my favorite settlement in the game. I mean, Byzantium was nice, but...
Hey, all that screaming in the random hours of the night puts a damper on the mood.
Oh, that's just Miss Malin working on some fella who can't pay his debts.
So noted. My accounts will be balanced by the afternoon.
I heard sometimes when the tunnels get infested, she feeds them to the Manta Queens. Pretty gruesome way to go.
That is gruesome. Did we ever look at our place here? Maybe we'll get a key.
This looks like the place. You ready to get my money or what?
Well, I'm ready.
So we're really gonna do this? I've seen lots of crazy, Captain, but Phineas is in a class of his own. Do you really think he knows what he's doing? Sending us to skip the Hope into Terra-2's orbit right under the board's nose?
I'm not sure, but it's our best chance.
There's a sobering thought. Makes me want to drink.
You don't have to come.
I think this whole plan's insane, but it'll make a good story, you know, if we survive. Speaking of, I get that Phineas thinks he's saving the colony, but what about you? Why risk your neck on this crazy scheme?
Well, what about you? You're still with me. The people of Halcyon deserve a chance. So do the colonists on the Hope. It's just my kind of crazy. What else am I gonna do? For better or worse, my future's tied to Halcyon now. This sounded better than being home alone on a Saturday night. What about you? You're still with me.
I'll do anything for a good story, and nothing shines on a pirate's resume like a successful suicide mission. But I asked you first.
The people of Halcyon deserve a chance. So do the colonists on the Hope. What else am I gonna do? For better or worse, my future's tied to Halcyon now. Yeah, I think Bruce does have sort of a noble side to him. I know he's, you know, kind of does what he wants and doesn't really care about what other people think. But I think he does want to do what's right for the people as a whole. And he does care about the colonists on the Hope, because he does have people he knows on there.
Coming from anyone else, that would sound like a line from one of those Odeon Pictures movies. But I think you really mean it. Still, all this depends on the other Hope colonists. Are they gonna pull us out of the shit? Or are we all just gonna leave a bigger, uglier stain on this corner of the galaxy?
If they're half as capable as me, yeah, we'll be in good hands. Yeah, this is strange. Like, I know we had a conversation in the past where we told somebody, I think, or did I dream that? I could have sworn we told somebody that we had family on the Hope. Yet we never mentioned it again, it seems like. That's a little odd to me. If they're half as capable as me, we'll be in good hands.
This is why I like you, Captain. Well, whenever you're ready to do this, I'm with you. Anything else?
Thanks, Ellie. Let's go. Okay.
I see you're still in one piece. However, you never know when that could change. Consider our accidentally torn into tiny fragments coverage. Note that all of your fragments must be recovered and must be smaller than a standard bit cartridge for the payouts to kick in.
Thanks for letting me know. I need to change the beneficiary on Marilyn Fenhill's life insurance policy.
I remember that one. That's the young socialite who broke her neck, right?
Of course, no one remembers me for the marauders I've killed or the bits I've stolen. Typical.
That claim was airtight. Our best investigators couldn't find an exclusion for that one.
Oh? What else can you tell me?
Are you serious?
Well, we interviewed the parents extensively. They had plenty of awkward childhood stories that illustrated their daughter's clumsiness and capriciousness.
Hey, those are entirely made up.
Furthermore, the claim spurred a whole line of fashion-related policies. It's become a very lucrative market.
So how would I amend that claim?
You can't, of course. Only Miss Fenhill can assign her beneficiaries. And she's dead. If we let every friend, relative, and acquaintance change a policy like that, people would do it all the time. Imagine the paperwork.
Imagine. Okay. But how would I change it?
Oh, you mean hypothetically? Well, hypothetically, you'd access the terminal in the back room that contains data on all our policies. And you'd theoretically add the beneficiary of your choice. But you wouldn't actually do that, of course. That would be fraud.
You'll do this, or you'll be filing your own claim.
Please. My policy only covers paper cuts and wrist strain. Very well. I'll do it. But then you've got to go. Confrontations like this will raise my premiums. I'll need the name of the new beneficiary.
Ellie Fenhill?
If you say so. The payouts will flow exclusively into the new account at the start of the month. I hope Ms. Fenhill enjoys her newfound prosperity.
Thank you.
A word, Captain?
Just talk outside. Yeah, I could have just told her that Ellie is Marilyn, but I don't know. I think Ellie should leave that life behind. So let Marilyn stay dead.
You really did it. Give these payouts a few years and I'll be rolling in it.
If that's all you wanted, you could have just stayed in Byzantium.
Being a surgeon out there isn't as great as it seems. At least half your day is paperwork and red tape. No amount of money is worth dealing with that. I'm just glad my folks aren't gonna live off that awful story they made up. Maybe now they'll have to go back to real jobs.
What are you gonna do with all the bits?
Come on, I thought we were celebrating. You want me to think about the future?
Why not?
Maybe you haven't noticed, but you can't even count on a bribe making it into the right pocket. What's the point of planning for anything around here?
It's the kind of thinking that's running this place into the crapper.
Hate to say it, but Halcyon's already there. Anyway, enough of that. You did a job for me, so here's your fee.
And do it for the money.
Don't make it weird. Even you've got to be in it for the money now and then. Why else would you go through all this trouble?
You're my friend, Ellie. We're crewmates. That means we look out for each other. This is what friends do.
You sure? Because my kind of friends will pick your pocket clean while they're getting hammered with you.
I'm a doer, not a talker. Just leave it at that. Friendship is important. What else are we fighting for if not for the people we care about?
You don't have to get all mushy about it. Still, maybe you've got a point. Maybe it's good to watch someone's back now and then so that one day they watch yours. So, you just keep the money. One of us has to look out for your interests.
Wouldn't want to be indebted to me, huh?
It's nothing personal. It's just the closest thing I've got to a code. Anyway, enough of the touchy-feelies, huh?
Alright, well, I just got an achievement saying completed all companion quests, so I guess we have none of those left. Let's talk about something else.
Something on your mind?
Ellie gained the Beyond the Grave perk. Cool. Alright, never mind, let's go. What does that perk do? Beyond the Grave perk. Where do I see that? Details? Beyond the Grave. Reduces the cost of bribing people. Nice. We do bribe people occasionally, so that'll be useful. So that's everybody's companion quest done. What is Felix's perk that we got for him? Self-governed. Increases the damage you deal when fighting corporate enemies. Well, that's gonna be good, seeing as the board hates us. Let's... Real quick, let's just see about our key.
Now there's a woman who knows what she wants. I like her.
Speaking to my left ear, will you? Right one's damaged. Last we talked, I only got half of what you said.
Okay.
Well, I'm half listening.
Are one of Sublight supply runners hiding in a cave?
I'll presume you mean Arthur. The one you sent scurrying back like a sprat with his tail cut off?
Mm-hmm, that's the guy.
Reckon I'm happy he's alive. I'd be happier if the marauders who botched my drop were dead.
Ah. That's enough. Alright. Was that not who I talked to about the key? I thought it was. Maybe I missed my opportunity for it. Well, looking at our quest now, I think we'll just get the armor as it comes, as we go. I'm sure we'll fight more marauders at some point and get their armor. So, long distance. We are... I think we're getting to the business end of the game.
Always imagined Fallbrook would be...
cleaner, fancier, stocked with better booze.
cheaper. I've emptied 14-bit carts in the last 2 hours.
That's because you've got a terrible tell. Whenever you're lying, your right eye twitches like mad.
It most certainly
We've
does
heard that
not.
before.
I wouldn't steer you the wrong way.
Real quick, let's take a look at our reputations. So, Iconoclast love us. Groundbreaker loves us. Stellar MSI loves us. Good. So we can still go to MSI. Sublight loves us, even though we, did what we did. The Bourse Factory hates us. Anti-Cleo, Spacer's Choice, and the Deserters all love us. Okay. So most people love us. Except for the board. And Anti-Cleo, apparently. What did we do to piss Anti-Cleo off? Was that at Roseway? Can't remember. Anyway, let's go back to the Unreliable. And we'll be headed back to Byzantium. To talk to, what's-her-face? The Adjutant. But, I guess we could take the ship there. Okay. There are 2. Long distance, so both of those go... We want to go to the landing pad. And hopefully she told her guards not...
We are now in orbit above Byzantium, Captain.
Hopefully she told her guards not to attack me on sight, because that would be bad. But we will be doing that in the next episode, guys. Sam. Yeah, it feels like we're starting to get to the business end of the game. We have basically no side quests. I mean, weapons from the void. I'm guessing the weapon is in that safe in Gladys's room, which we're not going to touch because we don't want to piss off the Groundbreaker. And makes spacesuits won't travel. I never read that quest. It's a weird name, weird title. And that one we're just gonna get as we get the armor. We're not gonna go looking for it yet. I might look up where the spacer armor is, just because I don't really know where to get that. Marauder armor, we probably have that on board. I think Parvati, no, I think Nyoka is wearing the chest piece of a Marauder set. But yeah, we'll do that when we get to it. I'm not too worried about it. Plus, I don't even know if we can get back to her since Byzantium hates us. But yeah, we'll start these main quests, and after we get the Hope back, we'll probably do the DOC quests. So that's the general outline of where we're going. But that's it for this episode, guys. Until the next one, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will catch you later.